So I'm trying to figure out which of these matches this the best. We are trying to spend $0, so that's why we only have these two options. And I'm gonna be painting directly on here, so it's gonna look a little janky anyway. Okay, now I'm looking at it like this, and I feel like I should do the lighter one. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but that's not our only school bus. I'm not gonna lie, she's been a little bit neglected since we've been working so much on the big bus. And she's got a few little things here or there that need some attention. So that's what we're gonna do today. Okay, I'm armed with my tools. We've already installed a countertop outlet, so I can't take this off to paint it. But first, she needs a darn good clean, so we will start there. Okay. Okay. I don't think I need too much more wiggle room than that, honestly. Now, my tools. The underside can get paint on it for all I care. Okay. Our color of choice, or my color of choice, you didn't really have a say in much, sorry. Frappe by Benjamin Moore. It's this one, which is pretty darn close for like not even trying to color match. These are swatches for, should I tell you, or should it be a surprise? They're for our bedroom. It's not decided yet though. Oh, I'm gonna get paint on other things here. Like, this countertop as well was in my aunt's art studio, so it's already kind of janky. But we don't need to add insult to injury around here. Drop cloth acquired. Oh my gosh, it doesn't look as bad as I thought. Oh, I already have paint on here. Ah! You didn't see that. I was just anticipating that because of the texture of the particle board, it would look really shitty, honestly. But it doesn't look bad at all. Can you even see what's happening? You sure can. You can see better than me. Dang. We're probably gonna have to do another coat. I don't know why I'm getting so serious about this first coat here. I just want to get it in the little grooves. I'll just catch the paint if it falls. Don't worry. It's my first rodeo. I didn't think about this. I did not think about this. I did not think any of this through. I know that as soon as I crawl back here, I'm gonna need something. If anyone makes fun of my concentration face, I'll cry. And you know what? You have a concentration face too. So just think about that. Dude, painting something is great. That's why the only reason I'm doing this project today is because I was painting those swatches. And I got in the groove. Is there paint under here? Oh, there's so much paint under there. Whoops. What do I do about that? It looks so much better. Did I mention it looks so much better? Can you tell me if I got that corner? I can't see it. Nice, you guys. Go team. Ooh, oh, I hate the feeling of paint on my fingies. I'm gonna totally air out Gavin right now. He said he wanted to do it. So I was like, okay. He's like, I never get to paint anything. I'm like, okay, yeah. Sure, paint it, man. Do it. And guess what? Look where we are now. Look what this has come to. Okay, that needs to dry before we can move on to projects number 2 and 3. But look how good this whole side is done. Every single rivet that needs to be in there is in there. We started with 2,000 rivets, probably 3/4 of the way through the box. So, it's a lot of freaking holes, man. One of the many perks of living on an ancestral farm is that you've got pretty much any type of hardware that I would ever need. So we've got 2-inch X screws, which should be good. I'm gonna bring the 2.5 inch as well because I don't want to get caught with my pants down. The only problem with having every piece of equipment you might ever need is organizing it and knowing where it's at. Ooh, battery's looking a little low. Should be super good enough. Let's rock! I have a 2-inch screw here because there is a 2x2, which is actually 1.5 inches, and then this countertop is about 1/2 inch. So we're gonna screw up through the 2x2 and into the countertop to hold it in place. I should definitely be using clamps right now. Okay, we're gonna do it the right way this time. We have installed a clamp. I'm really starting to not give a shit about how this looks. I had to take a minute. I didn't want spectators during that frustrating process, but basically I got screws in every side except for the back and right corner. Because I can't get a clamp in there, I am gonna wait till Gav gets home and have him help me. And I don't want to caulk until this is all screwed down. So we are at an impasse with this project for now. Luckily, there's plenty more to do. Okay. I will not subject you to the horrors that were inside of here. If you decide to take your fridge out of commission, for whatever reason, I would just recommend making sure it stays dry in there. Okay, it's been a couple days since we last spoke, but I am ready for some caulking, the final step. So we have some isopropyl alcohol, this little thing which I've never used before. We're gonna try it out. I'm also gonna have paper towels at the ready. We're using white Lexel just because that's what we've got. Well, nothing to it but to do it, folks. Cut at an angle. Whoa! Everything's fine. I have it all under control. Clearly my knife is not sharp enough. Clearly I don't feel like going to get a sharp one. Oh wow, that's already dry, okay. Oh no, I didn't work quite as fast as I needed to, so. Damn, okay, I guess a little word to the wise that Lexel dries super fast and now it's on goddamn everything over here. So Caulk Buddy is great if you can quickly get everything else off, because it like squeezes out the sides a little bit. I don't know if I would recommend anything that just happened here. By the time I run and grab a paper towel, this is for sure gonna be just totally dry. That looked better before I did it. That sucks, dude. Dang. Yeah, I would definitely say use your fingers because you can kind of feel when your finger's getting full of caulk, and you can wipe it off so it doesn't get on the edges. But the Caulk Buddy kind of just got it on the edges anyway. And my only thought is let it dry and then try to scrape it off maybe. I guess we'll come back to this because I'm sure I'm not the only one who's had this problem. So yeah, I'm just gonna walk away for now. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna work. Oh my Lanta. Well, it kind of looks like it's working actually. I feel like I'm gonna be here all year. Let me try it on the wood because the wood is like the part that really bums me out. Y'all, I think it's working. That is so sick. I freaking needed a W. The stuff up here is not coming off as easily. I'm really having to put some elbow grease in it. And it's also really thick up here. This is going really well. Hooray, y'all! Oh, I'm so happy. It's starting to smell a little crazy in here. I'm gonna turn the fan on. No offense, you were kind of in the way. I would say that looks 10,000 times better. There's definitely more projects that need to happen on the bus this summer, so let me know if you want to see those. It's like roof related things and more hardcore kind of stuff. If you haven't yet, click that white subscribe button. It just lets YouTube know that you enjoyed this video, and if you are still here listening to me, I assume that you did. If you want to watch the first half of this countertop install, click this video right here. And again, thank you so much for hanging out. I will see you next time. Bye!